Welcome back.
Today we are making flute.
Pan flute.
It's the one that goes doo. They're all different lengths.
We're back today with Hudson for the flute making class because the other day we didn't get to go. We're doing it with Mom and Luca too because they live really close to here, so we're gonna make flutes together, guys. Look at all of these.
Bienvenidos al taller de Sabino.
He's the instrument maker, Maestro Sabino, and he's going to be showing us the different instruments of pre-Incan, Inca, and colonial era instruments. It's like a singing whistler. The original name is lost to time. It works with water. The weight of the water creates suction that makes the sound. So this is the pre-Inca instrument. They would make it out of animal bones. This one is supposed to look like a fish. The Incas adapted it. They added their own symbolism. The condor represents the spiritual plane. The puma represents our world. The serpent represents the land of the dead.
Es una concha marina.
The Chasquis were these messengers who would run and run and run, and when they were approaching the next station, they would do it like in a relay. One guy would run till he was completely exhausted, and they would get to a place called the Tambo, the relay stations, and they would signal ahead that they were coming, so the next runner would get ready to run, and they would get refreshments ready for the person who was coming in totally exhausted. So it's a flute made of llama bone. They also make instruments out of clay, and they would use condor feathers. This same design, but made out of clay, but it was much smaller. On one side there were 3 notes.
Y el otro era constante.
And the other one is just open, it's always the same note. Anyway, it's a pentatonic, so there's based on the 5-note scale. Incans never had stringed instruments. The guitar was brought by the Spanish. The Spanish forbid the local people to play guitar, and they said they would cut their fingers off if they were caught. So they made a miniature version, so they could hide the miniature guitar under their ponchos, and they could go up in the mountains to play.
En quechua lo ponen charrango.
Nowadays, the strings are made of metal, but in the old days they would use the intestines of different animals. Cat intestine was the very best. They used to make the charango out of the shell of an armadillo, but now armadillos are protected animals, so he carves it to imitate the look, but this. Guitars used to be only played by men, but this one started to be popular with women as well.
Donkey.
Yep, that's a jaw from a donkey.
Oh. You take them out? I thought you leave them in there.
And both of these percussion instruments are Afro-Peruvian, because when the Spanish came, they also brought slaves from Africa. But the Spanish imposed rules about what they could play and also even what they could eat on the Africans who they brought over. So they forced them to, they couldn't eat beef, they had to eat donkey meat. So they had a lot of donkey heads around, and they would take the donkey's head and they would bury it in the ground until all the meat had rotted off. And then they would take it out and they would put it in an ant bed, and the ants would polish off every last piece of flesh. Then they would leave it in the sun, and the sun would finish disinfecting it, and it would also separate, it would create empty spaces around the teeth so that they could rattle and move around in there. And the jaw is actually hollow inside, which acts as a resonator, like the inside of a guitar or something. They would use the boxes for their work. They would use it to carry around fruits and vegetables or whatever they were hauling, but then in their free time, they would use it as an instrument. But now that it's adapted as a true instrument, they put the backing on with a hole, so it has a higher quality sound. He carves the charango from a single piece of wood from a tree called the naranjo, because it's very, very hard and it keeps its shape. And he gets it wet. You soak it in water so it makes it more pliable, and then it becomes even harder when it dries out. But it's like 20 or 25 days of work to finish one.
Upstairs. Look at that. Yay, we made it. This is a crazy view. Guys, we're gonna make our flame. What? This is the only reason Hudson came. He came for this.
Of course.
Peru
This
to
and the
make
chocolate.
And you know, you guys.
We're gonna organize the tubes from the biggest to the smallest.
See like this, Luca? Like that.
Good job.
Toma la matone sobre los dedos.
And then cup your hand like this. Hold out the string and just let it go out.
Sí.
The whole string, just let it fall on the ground.
Ahora,
Put it in your left hand, on the palm of your hand, and press it down with 3 fingers. So you can move your index finger and your thumb.
así.
Take your the biggest tube, 1 thumb length out from the wood.
Ya. Así. Y hay que sostenerla exactamente así como lo estoy
How
haciendo.
short is your thumb?
Así, no
Like
así.
that.
Oh, I
No,
thought they meant
así.
full
Okay, so
thumb.
hold it down like he's doing it with the tip of your thumb. The string goes over on the side of your thumb, over and around the tube. And then it comes down
Por encima de la madera.
on top of the string like that, around your finger. And then you wrap it around to make like an X around, and it goes
X.
again on the outside. Then you wrap it around again, and you have to hold the wood and calling it like the whistle, the brown part.
Se toma
Hold it
lo
together
siguiente.
between your thumb and index finger.
Así.
You wrap it like
Eso está bien.
across here.
Do it again.
Okay. Look, so
Recto.
here's the what?
Wait, why is yours in the other direction though? Why is?
Because you did it wrong.
You're lefty, Emma.
Oh, you're
told
left
us
to hold it in the left hand.
Look, you
Yeah, but he's telling you
you
as
go
a
from
right.
the
Okay,
top
start.
first.
Cross.
So you
A
go
ver, señorita.
no, you go around.
So you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You go.
¿Ya? ¿Sí? ¿Otro?
Wait, why did you start over? I don't know if I did it
Ya.
right.
Así. Uno más al medio.
Okay.
Wait.
Uh-huh. There we go. Now I have another instrument. I have the ukulele, I have the harmonic mouth. I have this. Guys, you think I should start a band in every country? Yes. With all the instruments of the country? Yes, I should. Yeah, I think we're gonna put them together.
So they made the one.
Yeah, and because logic is it has more. See, there's more, so you can do more stuff.
Maybe that's the
Emma, hold
purpose.
it up, hold it up. Portrait time. Guys, look at that beautiful smile. Isn't she pretty?
They really
Look at
put you on the
this.
spot.
Every day we line up, she does her hair, and then we repay her by complimenting her beautiful smile.
What was that? Oh, you cut a piece off because it was too long. So that has to be a little bit smaller.
Yeah. What?
Guys, look, I've done it!
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Oh, so it's finished.
That's it! I done it! I'm appreciating it. Guys, let's put them together!
Now you have to practice playing it.
Eso.
Wait.
Ahora. Es 4, ¿eh? Aquí 4. 4. 5. 5. Ah, es bueno, es bueno. Ah.
Today we're at the salt pools.
What?
That's what I'm calling them.
Okay, that's what you're calling.
We're gonna buy some salt here.
We are deep in the middle
Wait, are
of the
there
Sacred
caves?
Valley.
It's a mine.
Sacred Valley. Sacred Valley needs its own theme song.
We're completely surrounded by mountains everywhere.
Everybody in the community, in the surrounding community, are granted a plot. The plot is their terrace pool. And they work together as a community where the water comes down from the mountains surrounding and it mixes with the spring, which is salty. It's the only place in the Sacred Valley that produces this salt. They open the nozzle and each pool receives water, and they know exactly how much water to allow in each pool. Then they block it off and let the water evaporate, leaving behind the salt. Then they mine the salt and do the process again. Because you're born in this community, it allows you by your birthright to actually have a source of income. The majority of the salt, which is high quality salt, better than Himalayan salt, most of it is already pre-sold and shipped off.
The salt is transported more out of Peru.
The majority of the salt is sold outside of Peru. Just a very small percent is sold here in Peru. You can find salt from the salt terraces here in, say, Lima and all over Peru, but most of it goes to Japan.
So Japanese followers see you have really good salt because it's from here.
And it's also said to be better than Himalayan salt.
Oh, each one of these plots belongs to a family.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. And I love seeing the different stages of evaporation.
Yeah, they're in.
During the rainy season, though, obviously they can't work their terraces because there's no evaporation. It's all based on the weather. This has been in action since before the Inca's times.
Oh, wow.
What?
So more than 1,000 years.
That's crazy.
Here at the gift shop, they have so much salt, guys. So many different types. Sal de los Incas. They mix it with a bunch of things too, or you could just get plain regular salt. But you could also get it like in bigger pieces too, or you could get it really thin. This salt is actually different. It's like a medicinal salt, and you use it when you take a bath. So not even just for eating, even for like helping in medicinal reasons. Salt medicine. Salineras de Maras is just a little stop that we made on our way to Ollantaytambo. It was really nice to see all the salt plots going down. And it's crazy the amount of salt that they make here. And apparently it's very, very good salt. So yeah, just a short little stop on our way, but we loved it.
Just ran into Cosimo and Emma, who were just visited. We're doing the same route.
Entonces, lo que yo hago, este trabajo, y la otra forma es...
Hi, Emma. What are you doing?
Duolingo.
Wow. What are some of your cool Spanish skills? Go. No. Yeah, you can do it. Hola. Okay, that's pretty good. Interview time. What are you doing?
We're talking about what?
What's your name?
What is going on?
What's your name? And what are you doing?
I'm talking about my ex.
What's your name? And what are you doing?
Hi, I'm Sophie, and we're talking about her ex.
Okay, I'm gonna go another round.
Do you want to be interviewed for my video?
Okay.
Okay, what's your name?
Cosimo.
What are you doing?
I'm juggling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Ashley, you want to be part of my video? Sure. What's your name?
I'm Ashley,
What are you doing?
brushing my teeth.
Very nice. Okay, bye.
So now we're going to experience a llama wedding.
Dun dun dun. The llama's in question.
Yeah, they're ready. They're really antsy for getting married today.